Alrighty, so welcome to the Saturday afternoon stream. I'm your host, Apart39. Today I'll be streaming Oblivion and Starfield. One moment. For some reason, my internet connection is looking like crap. One moment. Off to the races already. For some ungodly reason, my internet connection is looking like shit. So that's great. Still do with what I have on hand. Looking like crap. Alright, so yeah. Do with that what I can and so forth. So, Starfield and Oblivion. Two games made by the same company. What is the common denomination here? Well, it's hard to say, really. So, let's just get started, shall we? With what little frames I got, I may as well. Ugh, jeez. Alright, so, to recount shortly after the last Oblivion stream, I did close the Oblivion gates. However, just as well, I am also going to be doing the guild quest, in which that's what these streams of me playing Oblivion is going to be like. I'm just going to tackle the guild quests, and that's it. Ugh, jeez. Alrighty, so yeah. I swear. What is with my internet today? What the fuck? I'm looking at it and it's barely going out. Fucking hell. Give me a sec. Is there anything I can do? I don't think there's anything I can do to boost my internet. The best, I have a fucking wire connection, and yet that wire connection isn't worth shit. Oh, joy. Alright, fucking give me a sec. Let's see if that did anything. Nope. Alright. Half-mass capacity it is, until I lose my absolute sanity right now. Yep. Yeah, no. Alright, so, I have a Fighters Guild quest to take care of. Alright. Alright. Alright, I think I got something going on now. Here we go. Stable, I think. Norbert Nels. Well, it's simple. I'm here to help you.
You can just stay in the shop overnight. Good luck. I'm going to wait at the flowing bowl until this mess is settled. I know I can trust you to keep the place safe.
Sure.
Seeing you.
Yeah. What time is it in game? Oh, it's like 7 p.m. Alright, we came at the nick of time, I guess. Alright, better sit here like a total jackass, then. Alright, so, let's see here. Let's wait for like 3 hours, let's see if anything happens. Yo, what the fuck is this? Intruders! Let's get to bashing butts, and as well as these nuts. Alrighty, let's see here. Do I have anything? I do. Get the fuck down on the ground now! Do it! On your knees! Oh, sweet mithril. Got a full mithril set, boys. Nice. And while I'm at it, these things are probably all banged up and the like. Time to use my repair hammers. Oh yeah! This is like Kingdom Come Deliverance, except, you know, if Kingdom Come Deliverance was a more fantasy game than a historical fiction game, you know? Oh yeah. Armor 43. Oh, man. I'm trying to think what to talk about right now. So Oblivion has been out for like, what, 20-odd years now at this point? Nearly 2 decades total. But the remaster's been out for like a few days now, right? And people have been clamoring on about its praises. And by God, it's vindication to actually have people say Bethesda's games are good again. Alright, vindication's a bit of a strong word, as that would imply that I have vendetta and vengeance. Okay, maybe a little bit. But the point remains, though, the fact that people have been, I guess, lambasting Bethesda's games for a good while now. After Fallout 76, then Starfield, and then... what was it before that? But yeah, with a lot of their recent ventures, to some extent or another... yeah, with the more recent ventures... they have been much more negative connotations when associated with Bethesda games. It's kinda... well, it's kinda sad, to be honest. It aches my heart to see people talk badly of Bethesda's games, because a lot of their games are actually pretty good. It's just the fact that with the more recent blunders, like Fallout 76's launch day being the case, that people remember all the negative parts than anything remotely positive. Yes! Yes, the adventures you had in Boston Fallout 4 is worth nothing. Traveling the landscape of Skyrim was worth nothing. Walking into the marble jaws of Oblivion and closing them gates and then watching people talk like fucking literal androids to each other was worth nothing. And let's not forget Morrowind too, where it was probably the most closest to being the hardest hardcore RPG that Bethesda's ever achieved as of late. That was worth nothing. I suppose all it takes is quite literally a strong gust of wind to undo all sorts of positive press. To which, like it's fair, I guess. But yeah, no, it's just kind of sad, to be honest. It's kind of sad that it's come to that sort of affairs and such. But now with the remaster of Oblivion, people are, I guess, kinda sorta waking up is the right word to describe, to Bethesda actually having made good games at one point. One moment. Granted, Bethesda themselves didn't handle the remaster of this game directly, but still.
Were you able to take care of my problem with Drake?
Yep.
You've gotten them? Wonderful. But their names are familiar to me. All of those men have worked for me. Amazing. I even trusted them to open up the shop in the mornings. I can't imagine what turned them to a life of crime. Sad. Well, here's your payment. Be seeing you.
Alright, but yeah, no. Let me at the very least get this splurge out a bit, because I've been seeing people lambast Bethesda for a long while now, and that's because of a variety of factors. The most recent being, of course, Starfield didn't live up to people's expectations, to which I could understand that. It is, I will say, at the very least, Starfield is a bit of an acquired taste. And that's not to say, that's not to say in the most pretentious way possible, you peons don't understand what it's like to play a game like that! It's more along the lines of, yeah, no, I get it. It's not your typical traditional open world game, but rather like a point-to-point exploration game instead, like. So there's that. There's also the fact that some people like the story. I like the story pretty well. Some people didn't like it because they found it to be shallow and almost nothing to it. To which, yeah, I could see that. I've said it a handful of times myself. Starfield's story, the main story itself, can easily come off as nihilistic diatribe, to which the whole thing would ultimately be, in a more pessimistic person's view, is the world is futile. The world is fleeting. What's the point in doing anything if everything is bound to recycle itself in the end? We should surrender ourselves to the void and forget to trying to do anything and surrender ourselves to oblivion. We are all sheep on fucking strings like Pinocchio being played. We are all going to die in the end, and we will die alone in the dust. That's the most easiest way to probably surmise the nihilistic diatribe sense of it all. Let's see here. Give me a sec to sort through this. Yep. But yeah, that's the pessimistic view of it. For me, at the very least, it's a bit more, I guess, on a more optimistic note, I guess you could say. For me, it's kind of sort of like, the world is what you make of it. What do you put into the world yourself? And to some extent or another, it's both meta-commentary as well as quite literal in its sense. Meta-commentary in the sense of, like, Bethesda games are known for their mods. And so, what do you give to the game? And then in a more, I guess, literal sense of the game, like Starfield, the question is asking the question is asking more directly, what do you give to the game itself? What are your choices? What do you ultimately give unto the world as a whole? Do you build an outpost? Do you build relationships? Do you tear down others? What is your path? What is your destiny? That sort of deal, for me, is what makes Starfield's story a bit more both open-ended and somewhat optimistic, while also, again, somewhat nihilistic. So yeah, that's my take on it. And let's not forget about Fallout 76. Let's go back a bit further now. Let's move beyond Starfield a little bit. Because I know that people are still hung up on Fallout 76's release day. In which, I'm not gonna lie, I still remember Fallout 76's story as well. Or I still remember the, But yeah, I still remember the launch day as well, and how that panned out. To say the least, it got better in the end, I'll say. Which, admittedly, isn't really a high bar to do, given the current state of advancement in gaming, where patches can be released at a moment's notice, in theory. But Fallout 76 was a bit of a unique case where it was a single-player game turning into a multiplayer game. To which this was after Bethesda's proclamation to be like pro single-player games, in which, yeah, despite Fallout 76 having come out and ESO being a thing, they still are making single-player games predominantly. And while, of course, they have made, online games like mobile games and the like for example, Elder Scrolls Blades, Elder Scrolls Castle, and, Fallout, Shelter, and such, they still have actually made, at least in their mainline entries, single-player games. To which, yeah, it's great. But yeah, no, I'm just thinking now. It's funny to some extent how the tide of how people see Bethesda has changed a little bit. There's still going to be people that are going to be negative about their games, and they could vary for a variety of reasons, some of which can be, simply, I just don't like playing their games, they're too time intensive, or, I don't like how they write their stories, or, I don't like how their games feel. That's, personal preferences and such. But then you got, I guess, those who would be not as earnest about their feelings. They would rather play up the notion that it's the game's problem and not their own personal beliefs that get in the way of them enjoying the game. For example, I think I could probably say most reliably the zeitgeist, the overall consensus of Oblivion's modding field currently is still up in the air. Some people have been modding Skyrim and Starfield and Fallout 3, 4, New Vegas, whatever. Any legacy games that Bethesda has made, there's still going to be a predominant amount of people that are going to be saying, like, oh no, these games are still broken, they still play like shit, and their engine is still shit, because inserts, like, I'm trying to think specifically, like, insert random bug here that needs to be, like, performed very specifically, or another bug here and there, or some such like that. Again, sometimes there's game-breaking stuff that people do have right to complain about, and even sometimes, I've seen on recordings as well, because I do like watching challenge runs of Bethesda games, that they have done. There are still a few, like, quest-breaking bugs still here and there. Fortunately, I don't think it affects the main stuff, but I know that at the very least, like, some smaller quests were definitely not attended to when it was, like, released back then. So, there's that. But yeah, no, there's still I guess to say the least, there's still the idea that Bethesda games need to be patched out by community, and to some extent, for their older games, sure. But for their more newer titles, even after Skyrim's release, or, the Skyrim re-releases, even then, Skyrim is arguably in the most stable condition if you just play it as it is. I've been playing without the unofficial patch for about a few years, and while I have not played Skyrim in a long time, I'll say this, Skyrim's unofficial patch is so dog shit, you may as well just be playing it straight. Any bugs you come across, you may as well just download on your own. It's like, oh, what's this? Dialogue is broken? No, there's already a patch for it there. It's not the unofficial patch. It annoys me to no end, I will say, that the reliance on modders has become almost a standard for Bethesda games. And in which, sure, long-term wise, alright, that makes sense, but in the scope of what is available on hand, and in the sense of, like, Bethesda's just, let's say release Starfield, or in this case, release Oblivion, people are already looking to mod it. And they're already looking to see, like, oh man, I can't wait to see what the community patch is, It's like, oh, come on, man, it's just been only a few days, you really gonna be this pessimistic about it? But yeah, no. Apologies for the deluge of feelings, but or the deluge of my personal feelings of like how long this has been going for. But yeah, it pleases me to see people enjoy the Obsidian remaster, but it also, to another extent, sort of annoys me that people are thinking that Bethesda games 100% wholly rely on mods to sustain themselves. Sure, long-term wise, that is the case, Skyrim wouldn't be as popular as it is without the modding community. Fallout 4 wouldn't be as popular as it is without its modding community. And even Starfield, despite it not being as popular as the first two games, would not be as relevant as it is without its modding community. And Oblivion's no different. Morrowind is no different. A lot of these games are no different. But to say that it's 100% reliant on mods, it's kind of an insult to everyone, to be honest. It's an insult to Bethesda's developer crew that put their heart and soul into these games. It's an insult to the modders because they're technically the ones that are doing all the work, even though they see potential in it and they're just polishing it up for other people to enjoy. It's an insult to the player base as well. The fact that it's like, oh yeah, no, I'm not playing the game because the game is actually good. I'm playing the game because someone else made it good for me. Jeez. It's like, no, it's not as though I enjoy the game just playing the game as is. Yeah, no, what's that? Alpha Protocol? Yeah, no, I enjoy playing that game after modding that game like 20 times over. You can see my annoyance shine through on that front right now. I apologize again. Let's get back on track. But to cut off right then and there, yeah, so the fact that it's proclaimed that Bethesda games are relying on the community is partially true, but not 100% true, to the point that it's propagated that the community is doing all the work. It's like, no. They're doing the work by calling it out, and in the case of Starfield, because it's being supported long term, developers will get to it eventually. But in the other term where, content-wise, yeah, sure, that makes sense. Sometimes the developers, the actual game developers, they want to focus on a more curated and more wide-encompassing audience. And I'm not talking about, like, just, like, applying to, like, Zoomers or, like, oh, I want to chase the Call of Duty demographic, but, just, like, they want to appeal as to many people in their genre as possible type of thing. So, yeah. Alright, I got off track a long while ago. Let's get back onto the Fighters Guild quest.
We've got duties to attend to. First, we're ready for advancement.
Again?
Looks like it's time for a promotion. Due to your performance, I named you Journeyman of the Fighters Guild.
Thanks. So, what's the contract?
You're needed in port. Report to Helena Downtown. She's got some duties for you to take care of.
Have I been to the Coral,
Go to it.
Have I been to the Coral Mage Guild? I don't remember. I probably didn't. I'm a journeyman. Then again, Fighters Guild is not... It's not that hard. I could fucking sneeze and get a promotion at this point. Achoo! Oh my god! You have the making of the Master Guildsman. Alright, let's see here. What have I completed right now? So, Skingrad, Bruma, Shadenhall, Leowin, Bravil. Let me see. Anvil. Okay, so I still need... Alright, so I need Coral then as my thing. Got it. So, I've already completed all the other areas. So that's good. While I'm up here, may as well take on Battlehorn Castle, too. I could use a new place to store my gear. I've arrived in Coral. I should go to Wayland Priory. Or, I could do more work and just avoid doing the main quest. I should probably do the main quest. Let's do the guild stuff first. Just so that way, I'm not flaking on my responsibilities on that front.
Comes to you in your sleep. That's how they recruit new members.
What?
No doubt.
Heard any news from the other provinces?
The news has not been good. I've heard it said that the Daedra have overrun the town of Oblivion. The entire town has been destroyed. The way they do those.
Oh my god, I love this. It's so chaotic, I love it. It's so chaotic, I love Oblivion's conversation system. Makes the world seem both alive and just, you know... This makes it feel alive as a whole!
What is it, associate? Do you need something?
I'm looking for a recommendation.
I'm afraid I can't just write one out of hand. That would be against protocols, you see. If perhaps you can clear up a small matter involving Iran, you can prove your loyalty to the guild and earn my recommendation.
Sure. What's this about Arana?
She and I have an unpleasant history. She does not care for guild regulations and arrogantly believes I am misusing my powers. I have seen that she is in town. Though she has not approached me, I know she wants something. I would like you to find out what it is. Determine what she is after and how we may be rid of her. I do not want her here spreading her lies.
Alright, sure.
Make haste. I wish to be rid of her as soon as possible.
Sure, I need a place to stay though. It's fucking late and I got a lot of things to think about.
Greetings.
Yeah, greetings back to you, pal. Alrighty. It's been a long enough journey. Time to take a rest. Most amazing thing. Yesterday it was hard, today it's easy. Good night's sleep and yesterday's mysteries are today's masteries. I'm intelligent. I want to boost. Let me see. Yeah, boost my speed, please. I'm just gonna power level my luck as high as it could possibly allow me. But yeah, I'm just gonna power my luck up just because I find it to be hilarious that luck is my... That luck has unironically become a pillar of my character. I'm not even trying to go for like Mehrunt's Razor because I know that apparently that levels and scales with your luck to dictate how much of a chance of Daedric banishing you get. I think like at that point you get like 10%, maybe 5. It's a really low margin, but luck allows you to affect it so that anytime you strike like multiple times, within like maybe like 10 to 15 strikes, you get someone dead instantaneously.
Good news from Kabach for a change. The last of the Daedra have been driven out. No, I don't think we've met. Are you new in town?
Yes, I am. Pleased to meet you.
Likewise. I'm always glad to meet someone new. Welcome. I'm sure my mother would be glad to meet you.
Your mother.
My mother owns northern goods and trade in Gaul.
Have you seen Arana?
All I heard is that she's looking for some sort of book. You'll have to talk to her if you want to know. Take care.
Where is Arana?
That's how they recruit new members.
May as well do this.
which you may be able to assist. It's nothing worth involving the guild, I assure you. Best if kept just between us, yes?
Sure, I'm interested.
Excellent. It's a simple task, really. All you need to do is fetch a book for me. The book is entitled Fingers of the Mountain. This is of no use to you. You won't be able to read it. I, however, can. I very much like to. You'll find it in an old ruin called Cloud Top. It's north of Coral, up in the mountains. I'm afraid I don't have an exact location. Return it to me immediately when you have it. Make no mention of it to Tikius or anyone else in your guild. I will make it well worth your effort.
Okay.
What can I do?
Finger of the mountain.
It doesn't exist, but she knows where it is. This is unacceptable. That book needs to be in the safekeeping of the guild. I trust that as a member of the guild, you would do the right thing. Are we clear? Ignore her request. Go to this place she has described and return with.
What is Finger of the Mountain?
Should you go looking for it? Hi. Make haste. I am Alberic Lip.
What's Finger of the Mountain?
Doesn't that have something to do with the alien? And magical control over the weather? I think that's the rumor I heard.
Who is Arana?
He's nothing but trouble. He went to the university long ago, but was expelled from the guild. Caused all kinds of trouble while she was there. I think Tikius was the one who finally blew the whistle on her. That'd be just like him too, always playing by the rules. Goodbye. I wish to be rid of their eyes. Excuse me. My name is Elgon. Can I help you?
Yes. Do you know Arana?
I passed her the other day. You wouldn't believe the look she gave me. Whatever happened, she's taking it out to the whole guild.
Do you know what Finger of the Mountain is?
I still don't believe it's real. If it was real, you'd have some sort of... Take care. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. And I forgot the Mage's Guild.
Do you know who Arana is?
You know all the details. She complained to the council until they removed Tikius from his position at Oblivion University.
Do you know what Finger of the Mountain is?
If Tikius says it's a myth, I have no reason to believe it. Good day. I'm Contumelius Flores. I'm in charge of enchanted item recharge in the Mage's Guild here in Court. Get it? In charge?
Ha! Anyway, do you know who Arana is?
I'd steer clear of her if I were you. She has it in for Tikius, and wouldn't hesitate to take any of us down with him.
Alrighty, we got our gambit. So it seems like the two have certainly discretionary history.
Perhaps you know my husband, Alberic Litter, the Mage's Guild sorcerer. All I heard is that she's looking. Goodbye.
Have you ever been interested in joining the Mage's Guild? Yes.
Oh my god, that's funny. Alrighty, let's go to the Fighters Guild now. Got plenty of work to do.
I'm the Fighters Guild champion, Modrin Orain. I don't believe that. Haven't you seen her around town? She... Go to it.
Morning. Have you seen Lister and Melissa's actress together? Isn't it awful?
It is awful. Her poor mother. What is Bliss thinking?
Heard any news from the other provinces?
There are rumors that the Lord are attempting to capture the whole Salsa and remove the Imperial Court from the island.
The Nords have always been protective of their territory. It's no wonder they get involved in these disputes. Greetings. I see you've been keeping yourself busy. This is good. I believe it's time for you to perform some duties for your guild.
Right. What are these duties?
We are a brotherhood, a family
We're family.
Fighting, drunkenness, dereliction of duty are not tolerated.
Sure, drunkenness is not tolerated?
We will assign you any duties that are currently pending. Good luck to you. Take care.
Why the fuck's the porter following me around, the jackass? I'm a member.
I suppose you've come thinking of a duty, Karen.
Yeah.
Duties for you. Fine. I'll speak slowly so I can keep up. I want you to contact Maglier.
Maglier.
He's one of your fighters, brothers, but he's defaulted on a contract. You can't allow that. It makes us all bad.
Defaulted?
He didn't finish out the contract in Skin. Suppose I shouldn't be surprised. He's wrong like you. Go and find out what's wrong.
Fucking asshole. The fuck's Maglier's problem?
Yes, Maglier. Find him. See why he defaulted. I swear, I've scraped things off the bottom of my boots smarter than you.
Well, don't need to be like that.
Don't just stand there.
Don't be like that. My feelings are sensitive. I'm a very sensitive man, I'll have you know. Alrighty, time to leave Coral. Let's see here. I should probably actually drop off the stuff I'm carrying right now. Carrying like a shitload of them. Let's see here. Frostcrag Spire. Oh my god, look at that. My armor's got snow on it. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's beautifully crazy. Alrighty, let's drop off all this stuff here, shall we? How much cash do I got? 1,000, alright. Probably trying my hand at enchanting stuff. Actually, when can I get Azura's Star? That's one artifact I'd like to get my hands on. Let's see here. Long Sword of Order. A Lesser Soul Gem. Just siphons everybody's health in a fucking long-ass range. Alright. Hey, sweet. Long Sword of Fiery Order. I'm gonna be honest with you, I am not familiar with how enchanting works in this game. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I know that I need, like, soul gems, so I know Azura's Star will probably be my best gambit. I'm trying to think as well. Yeah, so Azura's Star is gonna be my best gambit at this point. Although, actually, I think I should probably be able to get it at this level. Let me see. See here. Azura's Star. So, acquirable at the Shrine of Azura. Offering of glow dust at dawn or dusk. Required level 2. Wow, really? Alright, so the Moon and Star. So, let's see here. Azura's Star... Funnily enough, Azura's Star is classified already as a black soul gem, so... Let me see, I know that Azura's Star, in order for you to get the... Let me see, does this... Let's see, Azura's Star holds white souls, so... Okay. So it holds white souls if you were to use Azura's Star. However... Yeah, let's see here. Alright. Alright, so, alright. At some point, probably should get Azura's Star if I'm going to do enchanting business. Let me see. Where is Azura's shrine, then? Let's see. Shrine of Azura. All the way up in the Gerald Mountains. Let's see here if I could pinpoint where. Silver Road. Oh, it's probably somewhere around here then. Just put it over there. See here. I don't want to do some spelunking right now. Alrighty. Let's see here. Battlehorn Castle is about a bit of a walk up north, actually. What the fuck? Well, we're off to the races already. Gotta work on my archery. I want to become a stealth archer at some point, okay? Just the sheer fact that I have an option to be a stealth archer is great. See here. How long until my, what the hell am I suffering from? Anyway, let me see here. How long until my archery gets up to, at the very least, the novice level? Marksman. Consumes fatigue. Yep. Sounds about right. At some point, I'd like to be a stealth archer wearing heavy armor. Just because sheer flexing is hilarious. I arrived near Battlehorn Castle, hear battle noises, as if the castle is being attacked. Let's see if I try and help. Feel the wrath of my subpar archery. Oof, boy, eating shit right now.
This is indeed a dark day for all of us. I thank you for risking your own life, James. Here, take this. It'll tell you all you need to know. As the newest master of the castle, I bid you welcome.
Let's see, glass claymore. A lot of marauders here. Let's see what we got. Orcish boots. There's only so much I could possibly take from these people. Oh, hey. Now that's something worth taking. Let's see here. Juggernaut armor, and then afterwards I got the Harbinger armor. Sweet. Got a glass claymore. Ha! Alrighty, let's see. There's probably gonna be some stuff I need to repair, so let's do it. Alright, there we go. Alright, let me see here. What the hell can I drop? Got like so many potions right now. And so much for me bringing that armor, or that weapon. Alrighty, let's see. The Will of Lord Kelvin, I believe the name was, right? Last Will and Testament. Right. Sweet. Place is mine. Let's see here. I remember one of my friends telling me that when it comes to the glass weapon, it fucking broke on them. And they couldn't use it anymore. Which is just kind of hilarious and wild. Let me see. It's of no value to anyone but me. May as well see what my new duds are at least. See if I could store some of this stuff before I get moving. Wow, look at this place. It's so empty. Huh. Well, the castle structure is still standing, so that's worth something. Is this where I stay, I guess? Not much of a place, is it? Alrighty. I guess I could probably put stuff in here and just... This is the armor of the Juggernaut. An armor made of orc stuff. It fits perfectly. And this is where I shall place the shield of the previous owner. It fits perfectly. Back then, there was no such thing as mannequins. Now it's just display cases instead. It fits perfectly. It's lovely. Oh my god, Lord Kelvin, he's dead. What a shame. What a rotten way to die. Alright, let's see here. Cloud top. What's my... Yeah, that's fine. Alrighty, so, off to Cloud Top we go. Who do I trust? Some random woman that approached me in the streets saying, "Hey, you're part of the guild, right? You wanna make me happy, big boy?" To, yeah, I'll give you a recommendation to college if you give me the book instead. Path of the Simp, or Path of the Sigma Chad college boy. Get debt instead of short-term pleasure. Nah, no, but still, seriously. From what I've been able to pick up from the two, they both are equally terrible people. But if I had to choose one or the other, I'd probably choose the guy that obeys the rules. I mean, he's a stick in the mud, don't get me wrong, but better to have a stick in the mud than someone who's fucking wild and just literally crashed out. Oh shit, that scared me. I climbed the sheerest of mountain tops. My character is partially a goat right now. Quite literally, because his feet are magnetized to the fucking ground. Ugh, here we are at Cloud Top, finally. I think that's a shrine of Periite in the back. What does this read? Alright, let's see what the consensus are. I imagine most people would probably go with Tikas over what's her name. So let me try. Tikas or what's her name? Because they're both equally terrible. Finger in the Mountain. Let's see. Oh wow, really? The spell Finger of the Mountain. Let's see here. Shock damage at... Wow, really? Okay. So, let's see here. Shock damage at novice level is 6 points at 5 feet. After that, it gets stupidly higher and higher. Jesus Christ, seriously? This is awful. The reward is to get a new shock spell, but the shock spell is so dog shit that it's not worthwhile. And when I say it's dog shit, the cost to actually cast it is more expensive than the damage you deal to someone. So that's how dog shit it is. Alrighty. I would help an old beggar, but I'm not doing the Thieves Guild quest right now, old beggar, so you'll have to bear with me for a while.
Hello, I'm Rashida.
Hi, Rashida.
Here for the finest goods and lowest prices in all Cyrodiil.
Rashida's special. I have this glass claymore that I'm willing to part with. Do you have money? I like money.
I appreciate your business. Bye.
Alrighty. After this should be my last recommendation.
What can I do?
Yeah, I have Finger in the Mountain.
You found the book. My trust in you was well placed, it seems. Hand it over if you please.
Sure.
Ah, yes, this is indeed the correct book. You've not been able to open it, I presume. Then all is well. You have shown yourself worthy of the guild, and for that I thank you. You shall have the recommendation you need. Now,
Yay! I got all the recommendations necessary. I'm trying to remember, there's pickpocket in this game, right? Security, speechcraft.
Hi there. Just that handy stable's now over to protect your horse.
I'm really trying to remember. What does it take for me to level... What was it? I think it was like... It's either sneak or something else.
stop right there, criminal scum.
Hey, said the line. Fuck you! Fuck you, catchpole! It's not like I took anything, I just looked in their pockets, that's all. What's so wrong about looking in your pockets, huh? What do you got in there, You got a dirty mag in there or something that you don't want the missus to see? Alright, let's see here. Alright, so let's tackle the... There we go. As much as I want to travel the world, I also want to actually get by quickly enough for the quest. So apologies if my fast traveling is annoying some people. Hey, jackass!
What is it, brother? They send you to find me?
You defaulted.
Defaulted? I suppose so. I'm not paid enough to do the job. I was supposed to find Prentice Assassin's journal.
What's this about the journal?
That was my job. They said it was in the fallen rock cave. You ever been in there? Didn't think so. I'm not going back. Not for that kind of money. If you care that much, you can find it. The contract shows. It's not worth it for what the guild's paying. I've got a family to think about. Default? I'm not going. What happened?
Alrighty. Alrighty, time to do the job ourselves then. Alright, this time we'll hoof it from here. Alrighty, let's see. 400 meters out. Off we go. Let me see here. I know there's like apparently a glitch you could do to like. Yeah. Oh. Hey! Yeah! What's that? You want to level your acrobatics? Why not? Just spam yourself in the corner here. Let's see, I want to get 50. So, let's see. Didn't need to figure anything out that hard. As long as I just get like a bunch of jumps in, it's cool. Let me see here. This is actually probably a good opportunity to train my... There we go. Yeah, look at that. This is some efficient training here. Respite! 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 See, how much am I banging out at this point? Let's see here. Restoration is one of my proficiencies, so right. Don't mind me, this is how I level my major skills now. I'm a barn person now. Yeah, look at that. Acrobatics boosted. My restoration is going to get boosted too, assuming... I know that restoration, the way that spellcasting works is that I think it's based off of... I think it's based off mana times level equals to experience. I think that's the formula. I could be greatly incorrect on that assessment. But the amount of mana you use equates to how much experience you get. In which my mana is not that high, and what the spell I'm casting is of like journeyman level, I think. So it's not that good either. I think it's actually just like the amount of times you use a spell really that matters. See. Yeah, I'm over like halfway now. Alright, there's a few more jumps and hoops and I'll be done. Let's see here. So close. So close. Stamina. Oh, we're right there. Yay! My jumping cost me next to nothing. Now I can spam it like crazy. Yay! Alright, so I could jump over the surface of water if I wanted to. Jumping takes a lot less fatigue, and you can take much less damage when jumping long distances. Oh yeah, baby. We're now cooking with some serious kerosene. Soon enough, I'll be like Jesus. Just instead of walking on water, I'm jumping on water. Maybe that's how Jesus walked on water. He just skipped across like a madman, and he said, "I totally walked on water, guys. Promise." Alrighty, so this is the cave that pansy ass said, "Oh, it's too hard for me." Let's see what this is all about. Fallen Rock Cave. What, is there like vampires in there or something? Only one way to find out. Orcish Greaves. How much to my next level? Oh, okay, that much. Damn it, I got the chills. Damn it, I'm sick. Achoo! See here. Sneak is one of my actual skills. So let's see here. 30. God, this is gonna be rough if I'm gonna do Thieves Guild stuff, that's for sure. Hmm. Alrighty. It's gonna move on. Alrighty. So now that we got that squared away. Alright, I'm not about to fucking do that guy a favor. Fucking asshole could go suck a dick for all I care. Prick. It's not my fault he defaulted. It's his issue. You know what we call that? Wah! Wah! Alrighty, here we go. Where's the big boy boss, huh? Hey, 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 Mr. Boss Man, hey!
Why are you talking to me? Shouldn't you be finding Mac here?
Yeah, well, Malgear fucked.
You've got the journal. Good. So, what happened in Skin?
I completed the task. Here's the journal.
You did it? I'll be talking to Mac here soon. I don't need one wet ear covering for another. Still, the job got done. Here's the reward.
Any more duties?
Back for more work, are you? Good. Some of our boys are causing trouble in labor. Looks bad for you.
What do you mean causing trouble?
Some of your brothers have been getting rowdy at the local tavern. But I've got no problem with cutting loose. I don't like it when we all look there. You're looking for Relian, Vantus Prelis, and Dubak Bush. I haven't had any trouble with them before, so find out what's going on.
Alright.
I'll be waiting.
How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you very much. I got all day, baby, with this thing.
Greetings, Imperial. Oh, I'm...
Alrighty, let's see what we got. Alright, I'm gonna go back to Castle Battlehorn, assuming my Armor of Juggernauts is there. Skim over back to Frostcrag Spire, and then afterwards, do the Mages Guild stuff. Let's see, is it still there? Oh my god, it's still there. It's mine now. I'm gonna break it down and do whatever I want with it now. I don't even think I could break down the enchantment. Not in the way that I'm thinking, at least. Alright, so I'm trying to think what I'm going to be doing on my off-stream while playing this. I'm probably going to do some more power leveling and just spelunking. This is not going to be a full dedicated playthrough in the same way that like I did Skyrim or Morrowind, if I'm going to be honest. Because in those games, I was able to easily exploit the game in a way that would be pretty easy for me to get through. But for Oblivion, because there's like a lot of things I do want to do on my own time. Yeah, so That's where things stand on that front. I wish for a flame Atronach. Hello, sweetheart. Follow me, my flame Atronach. God damn. Is it just me, or is it hot in here? I'll say this, they definitely brought the flame Atronach closer to Skyrim, but also different, you know? I don't know, maybe it's the pauldrons, you know? Before, you know, in Skyrim, the flame Atronach was just kind of like, you know, sexy fire. Now it's, well, it's still that. Actually, let me look up what the original flame Atronach looked like. I know they didn't float in the original game. Yeah, so let me see here. Flame Atronach. Yeah, it's pretty close. They just didn't fly. It's only in Skyrim they began flying and began to have more prominent feminine features, so yeah. Yeah. Fucking. Yeah. It's like, where's the alrighty. Alright, so yeah. Flame Atronach, guys. Alrighty, let's put the boots in here. You know, maybe I should pick up the order gear again. But I want to choose, like, the light armor. Ah, first things first, though. Let me see. Yeah, first things first. Let's head back over to the Mages Guild. Then afterwards, I'll pick up the gear. And then we're going to switch gears fully. I'm here! I'm casting magic out of my fingertips because I'm a studying magic person. I'm gonna hard save because this is one of those things that I do feel like hard saving is for. I've got the recommendations. I got the papers. My professors, they like me well enough at least. So I'm here to claim my position and post as a more than a apprentice. I wish to become a journeyman.
Greetings. Hello, associate. Seems you have obtained the final recommendation you require.
Yes.
I have received recommendations from all the local guild halls in Cyrodiil. You've done well for yourself. You may now enter the university. As a full-fledged member of the Mages Guild, I now also promote you to the rank of apprentice and grant you the robe of the apprentice. Take a moment to try it on, and we shall speak of what comes next for you.
Woo! I'm an apprentice now, guys. Am I cool yet? Yeah, you're so cool, Part. Thank you, thank you. Alright, let's see here. Let's see here.
We come to the real work at last. You have, no doubt, seen some of the worst the guild has to offer. As much as we try to hold mages to a higher standard, they are only human. What I hope you will now see is that while the guild can be disjointed and misused, it can also achieve some wonderful things. engage in more meaningful tasks, and continue your advancement through the guild.
Yeah, so, what tasks you got?
Before you can begin work for the guild, you'll need to do something for yourself. Every mage carries a staff. It is crafted and enchanted by the guild, and is a symbol of status. You need such a staff.
Okay. So how do I do that?
The wood used for staves comes from a grove to the northeast of the Imperial City, near Wellspring Cave. Several mages tend to the grove, and should be able to assist you. Speak with either Sorasha or Elette when you arrive, and choose wisely.
Alright.
You shall have a true mage's status.
I wonder if my Flame Atronach is consistently resummonable. This is the closest I'm gonna get to a companion right now. I know that for a fact.
Ah, you must meet the Arcane University's newest edition. The single battle mage bids you welcome.
Yeah, thanks.
Do you want another trip? What do you want? Very well. Would you like?
Give me all of it.
Sure thing. Very. Here's your eye. Natural. Receive.
Yeah, thanks. Let's see what I got. My longsword is returned to me. Let's see here now. Ooh, okay. So this is the heavy gauntlets, and this is the light gauntlets. This is the lights. Oh god, that's... Have I just been not wearing pants? Why didn't anyone tell me? Normally I'm not a guy that wears light armor, but this is pretty baller. It's pretty much just a breastplate. I think it's, for me, the breastplate that really makes this whole set. Alright. Let's see here. Alrighty. So in order for me to... So, 3 new creatures, and I have a Flame Atronach Familiar. Okay, so the Familiar is... Let me see here what the damage for her is. I'm currently at level... Oh, 8 and above. 20 points on target and touch, and 3 points of melee damage unarmed. And it has 22 times the amount of levels it has, in which it is 12, so, okay. It is susceptible to frost spells, however, has immunity to fire. And the Storm Atronach is... Alright, yeah, that sounds alright. see here. So does the Atronach just... Oh, permanent companion. Sweet. So if they die, they just respawn or something? This enables you to have 2 summon active at the same time, which is not otherwise possible. Oh, alright, okay. Alright. So I have a permanent companion now, in the form of a Flame Atronach. I think I chose wisely a little bit, but who knows. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'll do this on my off time. For now, let's switch gears, shall we? Next up is... Starfield! Alrighty. It's been a while since I streamed Starfield, hasn't it? Let's see. Alright, but yeah. It's been a hot while since I played Starfield. Alright. So, I'm trying to think right now. It'd be interesting to see how Starfield holds up compared to Oblivion. I wanted to look up, like, Oblivion Remaster versus Starfield. In which, I'm sure, for some, it's probably going to be the equivalent of, like, saying, like, oh, man, it's crazy that Oblivion, a 20-odd-year-old game, is better than Starfield, but that's kind of sort of a, that's a fair way of looking at it, but it's also not exactly what I would think to be most conducive or constructive. It's the equivalent of trying to measure, for me at the very least, apples to oranges. Let me see here. Alright. But yeah, it's mostly, but yeah, to most parts, like, it's apples to oranges type of deal, you know, where it's, technically they're in the same ballpark, but they have different rule sets and, stuff attached to them. So, that's the main primary difference. Let me see here, though. Alrighty. So yeah, one moment though, as I'm sorting out a few things. Yep. Uh-huh. Alright. Alright, but yeah. So, give me a second to sort things out. Give me a sec. You know, I probably should reevaluate what I have installed on my Starfield, to be honest, right now. Let me, double check. I mean, nothing that's really out there, I don't think. Yeah. Let me try removing a few things, though, just in case. Alright, let's go on after this. Let's go on, let's go on! Oh god, my head is killing me right now. Fucking allergies are kicking my ass again. Alrighty, Bethesda Game Studios. Alrighty, so, for most part, I was playing on my off time and was trying to get some stuff on hand. And, yeah. I'm trying to think right now. What do I want to do? I think I already... No, wait, no. Yeah, no, I already completed the Vanguard mission, so now it's just doing sysdef. And then again, I also probably want to start a new game, because a while ago I did pick up the, Dark Star universe paid creation, which is a whole total overhaul of a lot of core systems for Starfield. So there's that. In either case, let's see here. Alrighty, let's see.
There's nothing that ensures personal safety and security the way a firearm can. Please, take a look.
Let's see, what do you got? Anything good? Anything new? I'm trying to really remember. Alright, nothing immediately on hand. Alrighty, let's get to it then. Up, up, and away! Alrighty, so let me think right now. Where do I want to head out? I want to go into what is effectively a hot zone area where combat is going to be, at the very least, not the norm, but certainly a commonplace, to say the least, on that front. So yeah. That's what I want to be doing.
Say the word. Shut
Alrighty. Time to depart and venture again. The Comet Driver sets off again! Indeed and in thought. Alrighty. Let's see here. Let's see, what's... Oh, there we go. Let's see, anything to visit here? Civ outpost. Let's just travel. Let's just travel and see what the world and universe has to offer. That's all I can really do, I suppose. Oh, that's it's kind of adorable. Come and take my money. Sure. Excellent. Just what I expected of me having like 3 ships accompanying me right now. That's spaceship debris, huh? Alright.
Perhaps not for this sort of transformation.
Alright, one moment. I'm being called. Alright, I'm back. Alright, let's see what's at this space debris right now. Alrighty, here we go. This must be from one of the spacers up top or something. This wasn't here before, that's for sure.
Why don't you crack your window open, air out your room a bit?
Alright. Sorry. Alright. Alrighty. Doesn't seem like there's anything much here. No survivors, no nothing. Alrighty, time to write off. Robotics lab, pipeline. Science outpost. Abandoned biotics lab. Vandium. Alright, let's investigate the local outposts then. Four-star landing. I could do better. Let's see.
The crater provides excellent coverage, both environmental and defensive. Smart.
Alrighty. Alrighty, let's see. Oh boy, here we go. God, I'm playing the Forever Winter now. Great. Let me see here. Every few shots, you just see my gun shooting out another shot. It's kind of funny, actually. Oh, boy. Man, Darkstar really fucking changed the values a lot. Yeah, this is why I'm thinking of maybe starting a new game. I haven't had this much trouble since playing Stalker Anomaly. Let me see, has there been any changes to any of the... So I got boxing. Sharpshooting, all these other stuff as well. Get back over here so I could clock your knockout. Hand to hand. In space, it's kind of useless. Shit. Alright. Yep. So, as I mentioned before, I have Darkstar's universe mod, or the creation thing going on for me. And so, I understand at the very least that it changed a lot of values around. And let's just say, a lot of the weapons that were effective in the base game are no longer as effective as they once were. So now, I'm looking at a pretty modestly shit set. Overall, though, I do find Darkstar's whole thing interesting. It does make enemies much more tankier. However, it also makes enemies more tankier, which isn't always great. Oh, shit. Oh. Oh, lovely. 2 of them. I also got another thing where there's Starborn among us as well. So that means we're gonna see more of my fellow kin here too. Demoralizing relic osmium dagger. I got knocked out, guys. Alright. Man, that shotgun, yeah. Shit. Let's see here. There is a lot of things I do need to, at the very least, modify. And I don't mean, like, actually, like, add more mods. I am referring to, however, it's, like, actually, because I'm using Darkstar. Yeah, because I am using Darkstar, I am likely gonna need to rebuild a lot of my stuff. So, yeah. Hello! There we go. What better way to solve your problems than shooting rockets downwind? Oh my god, look at that though. Physics! 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 See here. Alrighty. I really want to see a Oblivion Remastered to Starfield. Just a comparison of like details and even like graphical fidelity and style. Let's see. Watch as I bend space and time to do what I seek to do, unleashing hellfire. Alrighty, excellent. Alright, let's clean house a bit more, and then after that we'll head back to UC Space. See what it is that they want to give me. Let's see. Honestly though, I'm trying to think right now. So like what I want to talk about to Oblivion. Oblivion's characters are a lot more exaggerated in terms of how they look. They look more real, but they also look kinda weird too, a little bit. In which for the elves, I know that the elves of Elder Scrolls are not really meant to be like conventionally alike to like Tolkien's elves, because the elves of the Elder Scrolls series are supposed to be much more alien in the most literal sense possible. I know that for some other characters, like for example, but yeah, I know that for what was it? I know that for like certain other races, like Bretons, as well as just like Bretons and such, they are supposed to be like kind of ugly, to be honest. But yeah, they're supposed to be kind of ugly a little bit. Mostly because it's supposed to be like a bastardization between elves and humans. Thus, they're officially the half-elves of the Elder Scrolls series. So yeah, there's that portion going on too.
Informed us of your new status. Congratulations on making class 1.
Alright, supposed to go to the Vanguard office, I think? Let's see.
What can I do for you?
Let's see here. Hey. What's it, cabinet chambers? Oh, just go to the cabinet and then they're just gonna hand me a shotgun? Oh, wow, really? Final directive.
I think you may be trying to take a little too much on. Leave her.
It's just fucking give me a It's like, hey, we got something for you to pick up. Come over to Mass to pick it up. It's like, oh, what? You're just gonna fucking leave it on the floor or some shit? It's like, yeah, that's exactly what's gonna happen. Ah! Alright, so this is a new creation that I picked up a while ago. Well, today, actually. So let me see here. Let's see, alright, just drop a few things off. So this is a shotgun. Yeah, it's supposed to be a shotgun. Let's try shooting in the air, I guess, real quick. Yeah, it's supposed to be a semi-automatic shotgun is what it is. It's, yeah, it's a new semi-automatic shotgun. I'm trying to find the stock version of this thing right now. That's what I'm trying to do. Let's see, I also want to try and change my gear a bit. Let's see here. What can I swap out for? You know, I was actually trying to like trying some new gear out. Yeah, why not? Just go for the literal ground crew look. Let's see. Alright, now I look like the most atypical, crewman ever. Got that conventional look, that's for sure. Let's see if there's anything new in this, because I'm not sure if it recycled its stock and wares.
You're here because you need. Please, take a look.
Let's see. Ugh, boy. I don't even know how to make any of these right now. All I got is a bunch of harnesses, and that's it. Or is it harnai? Look, in either case, I have a bunch of stuff that I can't use right now. Because I need to get more stuff that I can't seem to find. And even more stuff that I gotta try and track down, so... I'm working at a half-mast, and this is why I'm, like, kind of thinking to myself that maybe I should start a new game. Just so that way I could have a sort of clean slate with Darkstar. Let's see. Oh boy. God, I love this compact rifle look, though. Right now, for some reason, people are making bullpup rifles, and they all have to use one. They all have to use one animation set, particularly the tombstone animations, because those are the only animations that have both the compatibility for bullpup and a foregrip. So yeah, that's fun. Let's see. Alrighty. Let's see. Hey, pal, you got anything?
Personally, I think daylight's overrated. I give badge. Absolutely.
Let's see. Does Z got anything I could possibly take from? No. Professional relic Grendel. Pacifier. A lot of relic stuff, that's for sure. Let's see. A relic combat knife. Relic combat knife, relic Eon, all these other stuff too. Ugh, grief. Alrighty. I really gotta revamp sort of how my entire thing is working right now. Because I got like so many things going on. I haven't had time to like properly sort out some of the stuff. Alrighty. Let's head back to where we were at last. So it was somewhere down here. Yep. Back to the landing site. It's like 2 more areas in the region to explore. Let's see, we did the... Alright, so we did the deserted robotics lab. And now we gotta take on Bandit Biotics Lab. We're having fun indeed! It just proceeds to crash into the fucking rocks. Alrighty. Time to leave the comfort of my ass-warming car. Let's try the shotgun out real quick. Oh, hey, would you look at that? Oh, wow. There we go. Sorry, right now I'm dealing with a few of my allergies now kicking in. Yeah, now I got headaches and watery eyes. Great. Do I have shotgun proficiency? Let me see. I don't think... Yeah, why not? Yeah, I'm trying to really remember if shotguns are either... I don't know, I already got the shotgun proficiency. Yeah? Ah, son of a bitch, my fucking eyes now. Ah, fuck. Come on. Goddamn eye. Alright, this shotgun certainly kicks like a goddamn horse, that's for sure. Shit. If only there was, like, custom animations attached to these, then it'd be more interesting to use. Because I know that these are all, for the bullpup weapons, they're using tombstone. Yeah, specifically for bullpup weapons, they're using tombstone. This is using the standard AK reload. And yeah, it's just... kind of wish there was, like, more variety. Unless some way, somehow, the modders find a way to, like, hack in new animations, which is probably going to take a while. God, do you feel those shells just coming out of you just yet? Let's see. God, plenty of them down there. Problem is right now, I don't got enough weapons to actually take them all on. It's the worst part of this right now. I'm trying to remember what setting for the Dark Star universe this is. I think it's like the default challenge me or something. But yeah, a lot of these, yeah, there's like actual, yeah, I hear you. Alright, I gotta wrap up soon. Oh boy. Yeah, this is one of those instances where I think I need to start a new game. That, or maybe load an old save, start from scratch from there. Maybe, actually. Start from point 0 again. Ugh, jeez. Oh no, I died. Alright. Good enough place to end things off on. Not exactly the way I hoped it would be, but still. Alright, so, I'm trying to really think on what's to compare between Oblivion and Starfield. Obviously, when it comes to the two of them, they're both made by Bethesda. However, I'm trying to really think. In terms of graphics, I would say that Starfield is actually better. More or less because it's not as exaggerated as Oblivion Remastered. And that's not a bang on Oblivion Remastered because, well, that's the whole point of it. It's supposed to be like a high fantasy type of thing. But at the same time, I'm really trying to I'm really thinking right now. Because when it comes to Starfield's characters, they look more consistently human. Whilst in Oblivion Remastered, I wouldn't say they don't look human, but they definitely look exaggerated, for sure. They are very much... Yes, they are very much more, yeah, they're very much more just exaggerated with its features and characters. Some of them look uglier, some of them look better. It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, sure, debatably one looks worse, but then again, the other one is kind of sort of... Alright, I really gotta wrap up though. So, thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed this stream. If you want to see more, I'll be streaming again possibly tomorrow. And, yeah. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you next one. Till then, take care of yourselves. I'll see you soon.